Good evening, everyone. I'm Vaishnavi Vaiti from Kirin Advisors. I welcome you all to the virtual roadshow of Ztech India Limited. Here we will discuss and understand a brief overview of the company and its business model along with the insights in environmental service industry. Ztech India Limited excels in sustainable theme park development industries, wastewater management and geotechnical solutions, known for turning waste into recreational areas and advanced wastewater treatment. Ztech has completed 30 plus projects with 45 ongoing. From the management team, we have Mr. Sunil Ghorawat, Chief Business Officer, Ms. Sangamitra, Managing Director. Hi, ma'am, welcome.
Hello. Thank you.
Ms. Pankaj Passi, Executive Director from Narnolia Financial Services Limited. Hello, welcome Pankaj sir, welcome Sunil
Hi,
sir.
thank you.
Thank you.
Now I'll hand over to Ms. Sangamitra. She will speak few words about the company. Thank you. Over to you, ma'am.
Thanks. Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of Geotech, I would like to welcome you all on this forum. Uh, before we proceed further, I would like to just brief about my personal journey, how I got into this business. So I would just like to say about my background. So I come from Assam. So Assam, as you all know, or I mean, like up to some extent, whatever you know. So Assam has a lot of flood problems. Ever since my childhood, I have been seeing a lot of flood-related issues. So while growing up, I had the privilege to actually assist my father as he has always worked for the flood mitigation programs using geotechnical engineering back in those days when I was a kid. And then along with him, so I got the chance to learn further about the technology up to some extent. And that's how my interest got developed about this business and specialized engineering methodologies. So in 2017, when I got a chance to take over this Tech, so I mean, like I did not leave any stone unturned to take over, and that's how the journey started. And ever since, I'm a non-technical person, but then yes, now more, staying in this industry for almost 6 years. So we have been I have personally learned a lot in terms of land mitigations and coastal protection work, river protection work, and up to some extent the entire technology. So that's how the business of Tech started. And so in we have three divisions of business in Tech overall. So one is like as I told you, the geotechnical engineering solution services. The second part is the wastewater management. So where we have a patented technology for wastewater treatment, industrial wastewater treatment, where we extract chemicals from industrial wastewater, about which Sunilji will describe you further, and he is expert in this whole, so he will narrate you more about this entire system. And the third and not the least, we have the sustainable theme park business, which is at large now growing. This is where we are seeing the future. So, and about the whole park business as well, Sunilji would describe you more and take you further ahead about the entire theme park business, how it works, and what all other models. So I think this is a brief description about Jettech as a whole, and then I actually would request Sunilji to further, brief, and whatever questions it will come, we are more than happy to answer. Thank you. Over, I
Thank
think,
you.
yes.
Thank you. Now we'll play a short AV about the company. Thank you for watching. Now I will hand it over to Mr. Sunil Gorawat to give us more insights about the company and its future plans. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Vaishnavi, and good afternoon, everyone. It's a pleasure to have all of you here. I think you must have enjoyed whatever a brief presentation which you saw about, one of our key growing business segments, which is the sustainable theme park development. I'd like to take you through a presentation which will give you an overview about all our business segments, about our growth strategies, etc. Vaishnavi, can we move on the presentation, please?
Yes, sir.
Just keep next, next. I think our mission is to probably help environment in whatever possible way we do by way of engaging, with the communities at large, and I think that's the reason why we developed the theme park business, which has taken a shape to where we can proudly claim that we are one of the leaders into it. And the vision is also mentioned there, and our values are largely around all our stakeholders, and whether it's the people, customers, the customers, people, shareholders, and obviously society at large. Next, can we move to the next slide? The key highlights of our companies as of now: we have already developed around 6 theme parks. We have around 10 upcoming theme parks in different parts of India. The team on roll is around 70 plus people, 50 plus clients. We have more than 30 completed projects across various segments over the last few years. You have 45 plus ongoing projects into water and theme park businesses, and water and geotechnical businesses. Our order book is currently at around 158 crores, across all our segments. We are an ISO certified. Our return on earning is around 36%. Our return on capital employed is around 45.73%. Our revenue in the year FY24 was around 67 crores. EBITDA was around 11 crores and PAT was around 8 crores. Next. Journey so far, as Sanghamitra, described, how things evolved from being a pure geotech player to a player who has entered into the chemical extraction slash industrial wastewater treatment business, and also recycling of municipal, waste, which was in the form of metals and tires and glass, etc., and converting them into the theme park. And as we speak, we are opening our IPO tomorrow. Go ahead. Next. Our client list are all kinds of customers, right from blue chip customers to emerging players into the segments of geosynthetics, applicators, to the people who are making chemicals, pharmaceuticals, and last but not the least, the government agencies such as various municipal corporations and land development authorities. Some of the organizations who we have worked very closely with over a period of times happens to be like Municipal Corporation of Delhi, Municipal Corporation of Gurgaon, Lucknow, Coimbatore, land development authorities like LDA, which is Lucknow Development Authority, Jhansi Development Authority, etc. Next. The core management team, Sanghamitra, you all have already met. We have other directors in Mr. Pradeep Sangwan, who is the founder of Healing Himalayas Foundation. He has done remarkable work in terms of the cleanliness side. So that's how we got him to share his expertise in terms of, the waste management, which can possibly help in terms of our sustainable theme park development. Pradeep has often been mentioned in Man Ki Baat by the Prime Minister Modi as well. Anuj Podar is one of the renowned artists in the country, with 25 plus years of experience. We have Mr. Pereira and Mr. Rungta, they are, renowned in their field of chartered accountancy and company secretaryship. We have in our team Ashish Goel, Anjani Goel, and Mr. Tarun Chaudhary, and myself. Go ahead. Next. Business overview, as Songomitra mentioned, that we have three segments of business: sustainable theme park, industrial wastewater slash chemical extraction business, and geotechnical solutions. Go ahead. Next. Yeah. So as far as the business segments are concerned and what kind of a revenue which we have done around, in sustainable theme park last year did around 39 crores. We did 4 crore business on the chemical extraction business, and around, so far the kind of a business which we have delivered on the geotechnical side is around 74.88 crores. Our order book is reasonably strong, and pretty robust as we go forward. Go ahead. Next. Go ahead. Next. We have completed many projects which are formally running, and there are some projects which are to be inaugurated post the election code of conduct gets over. Sahidi Park is a park in Delhi, which is India's first outdoor museum park. Waste Wonder Park is the first park which created history in form of being the first public project in the world where the government had a payback of less than 1 year. Subsequent to that, we have created Bharat Darshan Park, which is in Delhi, a Kathak Selfie Park in Lucknow, a Pragati Park in Gurgaon, Haryana, a UP Darshan Park in Lucknow, Coimbatore Selfie Park in Periakulam Selfie Park at Coimbatore, and a World of Dinosaur Park at Delhi. Go ahead. These are some of the numbers of the completed projects, and these are consisting of the projects which I just mentioned. One of the park which is ready but to be inaugurated is the Heritage Park in Delhi, and Happiness Park at Lucknow, and this should happen beginning of the first half of June itself. Go ahead. Next. Ongoing projects, there is a project which is going on at Noida. It's a world's first artificial zoo and jungle safari. There are further developments happening in some of our parks, so those are mentioned there. As well as, most of the Delhi parks, we have a 10-year maintenance contract of those parks as well, and so that is what you see as a part of the ongoing projects. We have also secured an order, in which we are going to use glass waste and convert a fantasy kingdom, and the various other beautification projects in the different parts of Delhi, as we speak. Go ahead. Next. uh, Other parks which are under construction is a park or evolution of core and dinosaur at Pimpri Chinchwad. UP Darshan Park, most of the work is completed as we speak. Another Harmony Park, which is coming up in Lucknow, which is a sports and a musical park. Some more sculpture work, which we are doing in Jhansi, and also further order which we've received for doing more work in Delhi, and it, gives us immense joy also to share that Delhi is known as the world's largest waste to art city, and this has largely been accomplished based on the work which we have done over a period of time with them. Go ahead. Next. So the industrial wastewater treatment business or chemical extraction out of the wastewater business is a unique business in a sense that nobody else has earlier tried to take chemical out and reuse the water as well. Earlier, the evaporation used to happen in which you lose water and you were getting chemicals. We have a process which takes out chemical and also gives you the water back, and that is something unique which we have offered. And probably, most of our customers there are the blue chip customers, We also have an R&D setup in Goa, where all the piloting happens of any kind of a chemical stream which comes in. And subsequent to that, we do the detail engineering and execution of these projects. Next. These are some of the various orders which are being currently, executed, which include Shriram Alkali Chemicals, multiple jobs from them, Naveen Fluorine, multiple jobs, Grasim, etc. Go ahead. Geotechnical business is one of our oldest business, and we continue to have multiple projects which we are executing at any given point of time. Go ahead, next. I think we keep running this, slide because there are, you know, too many names there, which people will get bored of. So let's move on to the next slide. It just to give you an idea that how many projects which we are executing on the geotech side at any given point of time. Go ahead, next. Next. And mind you, most of these projects are related to, groundwork improvement, landslide protection, river embankment, those kind of work. So the way it works is, a prime contractor gets a job, let's say from NHAI, to make a complete 100-kilometer stretch. Out of that, if there are 5 flyovers to be constructed, we come in and we do the retained earth walls, which are on the side of these, on the entry and the exit of these flyovers. Those are done and using a technology or a solution which is called a retained earth wall, and that is one of our core expertise in which we have been doing for many many years. Go ahead, next. These are the top 10 customer wise revenue breakup. You would see in the FY24 our top 10 customers occupy as much as 70+% share. These are largely because of the theme park businesses which we have got, and we have built these aggressively over a period of last 1 year. Go ahead, next. Segment wise, breakup, sustainable theme park is our largest business as we speak. Civil engineering is the second one, and the wastewater is the third one. Generally, we look at a split of 60%, work coming from specialized park or specialized or sustainable park development, and 40% from this specialized civil engineering and specialized wastewater treatment. Next. A region-wise breakup, north, because of our park business, is significantly dominating. Second biggest region would be the eastern part of India, because of the geotechnical businesses are largely coming from that area because of flood protection systems, and that area probably has much more flood prone situations compared to the other parts of the country. And then comes the south and the west. Next. This gives you an idea about our pan-India presence across our business segments. Except few states, we are largely there in most parts of India. Go ahead. Industry overview, if you look at all our industries, all our three segments are in the range of around 2,000 to 3,000 crores. There is no equal comparable, a sector to a sustainable theme park, what we create. But we basically look at what kind of a material which we use in terms of recycling and what we possibly can do. And we feel that the market size which we operate is in excess of around 2,000 crore rupees. Go ahead, next. Wastewater management overall is a significantly larger segment, but as I mentioned earlier, our specialization lies in extracting chemical from the wastewater so that we can give client some kind of a value out of their effluent water. That segment would be approximately 20-25% of the overall wastewater management business, and that's where we focus on. Next. Geotechnical business overall is a sizable business, which will be in the range of around 15,000-16,000 crore rupees. We operate in a defined segment of what we call retain earth wall, or a ground improvement, soil erosion control systems, landslide protection systems. That business approximately would be in the range of 2 to 3,000 crore rupees. Next. Financial overview. Last year, we did a turnover of around 67 crore rupees. Our EBITDA was around 11.2 crore rupees. PAT was in the range of around 8 crore rupees. In terms of the percentage, EBITDA percentage was around 17% and PAT was around healthy 12%. Next. I've already summarized this, so let's move on to the next. Again, we can go ahead, to the next, this thing, balance sheet. The cash flow, you might probably see that at some places it's a kind of a, negative cash flow. That is largely because of, the significant amount of our projects were executed in the month of, February and March. We had to start these projects before, the code of conduct kicks in, and we had to go work aggressively on these projects. So that's where, if you look at the year as a whole, it looks negative, but otherwise most of these debtors have been recovered in the subsequent months. These are our various, ratios. Company has little or no debt, and so our, obviously, debt to equity ratio is very, very healthy. Our ROCE, as I mentioned in the beginning, is around 45.73%. ROE is around 36%. And our debt service coverage ratio is around 120 times. Next. Current ratio is 1.87. EPS, for the last year was around 8.62. Receivable turnover ratio is around 2.36, and net asset value per share is around 24.32. Go ahead, next. The way forward, the company is looking at significant growth, so we need to ensure that our teams are, strengthened. Organization builds a kind of an ethos and culture which can probably handle this kind of a, heady growth going forward. We need to have put all the right systems and processes in place, which will ensure that we are able to deliver on the quality benchmarks which we have established for ourselves. Next. Growth strategies are basically, put into 4 buckets. Geographical expansion across our business segments. It might vary from segment to segment, but we basically intend to move into new territories. For example, sustainable theme parks were largely concentrated in north. Now we have started making headway in western part of India, and then subsequently we will move to east, west, south, and then to the eastern region. Uh, Current consistent investments in R&D for our chemical extraction business, so that we can handle more and more compounds, which can be extracted out of the wastewater. People investment, as we all know that we are, as a country, we are fighting, war on the talent, and so that probably the same challenge remains with us as well. So we need to continuously invest on the people as we move forward. Last but not the least, we strongly believe that whatever we do must do good to the society at large. All our businesses have been able to provide that kind of an impetus. Being there, when I do theme parks, I create happiness, I create good recreation zone for people. People can de-stress, people can have a family time. When I take out chemical from the wastewater and not contaminate the groundwater, I am saving lives of a lot of people and also saving water, for reuse. If I'm able to save, through a flood mitigation measures, ingress of water into the community which are residing near the water, again we are doing good to the society. So that remains core to whatever we do. Next. Growth propellers, what is going to probably push the growth at a very fast speed, diversification within the park arena by doing sports arena, pet parks, and those kind of things. These are niches, but they are interesting and growing niches. So we are working on creating a fast forward sports arena to bring in new kind of a games which are gaining traction world over. Things like pickle, pedal ball, 3x3, basketball, five-a-side, football, box cricket, a miniature version of golf. We have already received order and we are, in the process of executing that. Pet parks is an interesting niche areas which we feel that it's worth probably, putting some time and effort into it. International expansion, we keep getting inquiries now to create these theme parks in different parts of the world, so we want to probably pursue that. We also want to come with the waste to art products. We have been able to create these larger theme parks and public arts, but we also feel that there is a potential in terms of doing these at a product level which can be retailed throughout our parks. So that's something which we are working on. In terms of the stricter pollution norms, is increasing the focus on our chemical extraction business. We intend to expand outside India wherever there is an issue in terms of the chemical extraction. And at the same time, we want to offer a kind of a BO offering to small and medium customers in the chemical space, because they do not have necessary wherewithal to probably invest in terms of putting these plants, and we don't mind doing it because we feel that we can recover an annuity income out of these chemical extraction technologies by doing a BO model. As far as the geotechnical part of the business is concerned, we are well placed there to extend into new zones by getting into more geographies, and also by offering more specialized solutions like soil and nail anchoring and other things. Next. Issue overview, I'll probably have Pankaj ji probably talk about that.
Thank you, Sunil sir. I request Mr. Pankaj to explain us about the issue highlights. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Sunilji, for elaborating the business and the PPT for all the investors in the event. So, we are coming up with the IPO of around tentatively around 37.30 crore rupees. We are issuing 33 lakh 91,200 equity shares. The face value of the shares is 10 rupees, and the price band of the issue is 104, is a lower price band, and upper price band of the issue is 110 rupees. The lot size of the issue is 1200 equity shares. Today is the anchor bidding date, and our anchor is already subscribed. So five people have invested approximately 10.60 crore in the anchors. So the name of the anchors who subscribed the anchor issue, are Kingsman Wealth Fund. The second is SP Opportunity Fund. Third one is Astron Capital. Fourth one Saint Capital, and fifth Vastu India Cross Story Fund. So these are the five anchors who have invested in the company as a anchor QIB part today. Our issue is opening tomorrow on 29th, and issue will be closed on 31st of May 2024. The shares will be allotted. Allotment would be done maximum by 3rd of June, and on 4th of the June, the listing of the equity shares will be done. I think the rest of the information is I think the rest of the information is self-explanatory. Promoter shareholding, public shareholding, existing. We have 82.865% shareholding of the promoter currently, and rest are with the public. And the post-issue market cap of the company would be around 140.77 crore rupees. The object of the issue is basically the working capital. For the development of the park and for other business vertical, the company generally need the money just to ensure their working capital will cycle smoothly. So approximately 23.75 crore rupees would be for the working capital, and rest of the money will be used in general corporate purpose and issue expenses. So these are the basic object of the issue for which we are raising the money. So these are the intermediaries to the issue. Book running lead manager. I am representing here Nanolia Financial Services. Registrar to the issue is Mashitla. Legal advisor AB's Chancellor Law LLP. Then the banker of the company is Yes. To issue is Yes Bank, and banker to the company is STFC. We have a statutory auditor and peer reviewed auditor also, NAV and company, and market maker in this issue is NVS Brokerage and IR and PR agencies KD.
Thank you, Pankaj sir. Thank you, Sunil sir. Let's
Welcome.
start with the Q&A session. I request all participants to post your questions in the comment box. So, first question is from Rahul Jain. How is the competition? How do we stand strong against the competition?
Rahul ji, it's a very good question. To start with, the competition varies from our segment to segment. So when I look at a geotechnical business, there are competitions from a couple of multinational companies who are in the presence of geosynthetics products, and they have been offering also the project solutions. Apart from that, there are some smaller applicators of these geosynthetics products, but I would not call them reasonably strong because their presence is very localized. So in degree of scale, I would say, we stand around 5, 6, a scale of 10 against our competition. And we feel that we are in a position to manage it well. As far as the industrial wastewater or the chemical extraction business is concerned, we have a patented technology. We do not have a direct competition in that, but we have some alternate technologies which can do something which is similar to what we do, not exactly what we do. So, and these are the players like Mazda and all, who are making some evaporators kind of a product. I would not call them directly our competitor. In terms of where we stand against them, I feel we should be in the range of around 8 out of a scale of 10. As far as the sustainable theme park is concerned, the good and the bad part is we have no competition. And I say that both is because it's good to have no competition at that level to start with. The bad is that you have to do all the hard work. We have to go out and probably do hard selling wherever is required, and then basically, deal with that situation. I expect, as the industry grows, someone might emerge, but I feel by that time we will have a significant early mover advantage, which will take care of whatever we need to achieve. That is it, unless and until somebody has a follow-up question on that, and which we will answer as we go along.
Okay. Next question is from Bimal Gandhi. What is the average cost of theme parks? Do you develop of your own or in collaboration with other
Partner.
partners?
Vimalji, the average cost of theme parks is dependent on the size of parks. So what we have done so far is in the range of parks which are starting from around 4.5, 5 crores to almost 15 crores. As we go forward, this range is increasing to almost 25 crores. And all these parks are done by us. We do not have any collaboration. We do not need one to start with. Obviously, we work with the government in terms of, because they are the landowners. So if you consider that as a collaboration, yes, government is our collaborator. As far as the business collaboration is concerned, we don't need one.
Next question is from Ananya Swaminathan. Hi, I wanted to know what our company's plan in the overseas market.
Uh, Ananya, as I mentioned earlier, that what we have been able to create in sustainable theme park is a unique category which is applicable to most of the developing countries to start with. We believe that the MENA region, South Asian market is a good potential market for us. And we intend to probably, start seeding some of these marketplaces. We expect that it'll take us, 6 to 9 months before we are able to get the first breakthrough. But we are reasonably sure we have a opportunities in international market. As far as the chemical extraction business is concerned, we are already talking to several potential customers who are into the chloralkali or the chemical field in countries like Middle East, etc. As far as the geotechnical business is concerned, we are mostly focused in India.
Okay. Next question is from Bharti Agarwal. What is the process of procuring orders?
Bharti ji, the process of procuring order varies from segment to business segment. Uh, as far as geotechnical business is concerned, we are, a well-established company in that field, and we have customers like Tata Projects, L&Ts, and Gammons, and uh, DBLs of the world who will probably call us for, doing such jobs of retain earth walls. And it's a process of, we put our, quotations, they
Patience.
negotiate, and the order is given. uh, in another ways, there is no tendering process. It's a private, business call. As far as the industrial wastewater business is concerned, we again have blue chip customers like Grasim, DCM Shriram, Naveen Fluorine, etc. And again, these are all going through this problem of chemical going in their wastewater stream. When they hear about us, they call us, we do the pilot, we offer them a solution, we prove that yes, our technology works, and the order is given. As far as the theme park is concerned, most of our business comes from the government segments. And obviously, we like to follow an open tender process there, and through the tender process, we get the jobs.
Okay. Next question is from Arjun Verma. Please explain our tie-up with 2D and 3D sculptures, furniture, and play equipment designer.
Arjunji, we do not have a tie-up. We have an in-house team of designers now, who work on these things, and we design ourselves and then we offer it to our customers.
Okay. Next question. Deepika Chadda. Hello, ma'am. What makes your company stand out in civil engineering, particularly in geotechnical specialized solutions?
Ma'am
Hi.
will answer, Sangamitra.
Yeah. Hi, Deepika. Yeah, first of all, JetTech is a very old, I mean, like we would call JetTech as a pioneer in specialized geotechnical engineering. So over a period of time, we have gained immense experiences, on-ground experiences in terms of, setting up different projects, resolving, providing solutions to different kind of mitigations. So and we have a very we have our own technical team, in-house technical teams from very experienced engineers, geotechnical engineers, who are in-house and they do their part of job. So yes, I mean, so in our business what we have to do is like give an optimized solution in terms of both economic and in terms of the design. So I mean, this is where we stand out. So our technical uh, design is our specialized, that is where we stand out.
Okay. Next question. Jay Bakshi, what is our repeat business from our clients?
Jayji, the beauty of our business is each of our business currently gets repeat businesses from our client, And if you, for example, when you talk about a geotechnical business is concerned, if Tata Projects is your customer, they would like you to probably keep coming and working with them in their various projects, and so goes with other customers there.
We have
When I
repeated.
move to the chemical extraction business, we have repeat businesses from GSEL, we have a repeat businesses from Grasim, we have repeat businesses from Naveen Fluorine because our solutions are unique and they work. As far as theme park business is concerned, generally we have seen that all the larger cities, once they have worked with us, they have working on their number two, number three projects. uh, Delhi has gone to the extent of that we have worked on almost 7 parks with them, apart from, the other beautification jobs which we have done in the city of Delhi. So good thing is that all our businesses are positioned in such a way that the repeat business has become more like a norm.
Okay. Next question. Ananya Swaminathan, what is planned addition to your talent pool?
Ananya ji, one of the thing which bothers me or which probably gives me sleepless night along with Sanghamitra is that how do we keep increasing our bandwidth of,
Man.
talent.
Man.
The business is growing at a significant pace and we need to keep adding, talent. So I would go to the extent that if anyone you all know who is looking for a job and you feel he or she is aptly qualified, we are looking to hire. And we expect our team to double in next year. I mean, in this year compared to last year. So talent is the king, or queen, whatever you might say.
Okay. Next question. Pratik Rawal, I want to understand trade receivables as this indicates huge amount and also want to know in that segment most of the outstanding is from which business segment and government body or private company.
Pratik ji, your question is very relevant, and important to answer. As you would have seen that our business have grown pretty rapidly over last year or so. And also because of the credibility which we have created, the customers at times also have had some demands from us. The re- receivables look high is because in this last quarter of last financial year, we had this huge pressure of executing some of the government jobs because the code of conduct was going to come in effect. So all these works were finished in the month of February, March, which became part of the receivable pool, and that's why they look higher, and they have been subsequently recovered. To your other point, I think we will have
Both
equal split
equal.
of government and the private sector receivables. The nature of our business is such that
Project.
our credit cycle is 60 days on average. And this is one part of our business. As we continue to build on our operation of theme park business, which has already started from our first project which got inaugurated on 12th of March this year, we expect that our overall cash flow should get much better because there it's a daily cash collection kind of a situation.
Yes.
Next.
Next question. Navya Bhatnagar, how are our payment terms with our clients?
Navya ji, I kind of had touched upon it in my previous answer, but our payment terms are usually on average is around 60 days. When I look at more of a project kind of a business, when I look at my operation kind of a business or a product kind of a business, let's say, for example, the beautification jobs or the park entry tickets or the rentals and the revenue share, which is coming from F&B outlets. That's like more like a cash and carry business, So we do not have any outstanding there.
Okay. Next question. Romil Gala, can you explain the
Guys, guys,
GEIST technology in your industrial wastewater management solutions briefly?
Uh, if you, on layman's term, let's say you take a water or a salt water in a glass. And now if I ask you, can you separate the salt and can you give me the water which is good for reuse? That is what we try to do in Geist. Instead of salt, which is also some form of chemical, we have other valuable chemicals which we are taking out through this process. So in our process, from the effluent water which is coming out, we take out chemicals which still has a value left, and which we take out water which can be reused. That's the simplistic explanation of what we do. We use various technologies, a combo of technologies which is called eutectic free crystallization. It's called chemical dewatering, but I won't go into those kind of a technicalities here.
Next question. Prem Singhania, what is working capital requirements?
Singhania ji, our working capital requirement varies from segment to segment. So the project business usually would have a requirement of 30-60 days to be on the safer side. And as far as our operations and the product business is concerned, we have, working on a positive cash flow cycle. So it works out fine for both the segments.
Next question. Rahul Jain, what are reasons for sharp rise in financial year 24 revenues and profit margin?
Rahulji, the reasons for sharp rise was significant development on our theme park business. As you would see it from our previous year, and that led to the increase in revenues as well as the profit margin.
Next question. Chaitali Dev, how many architect IT specialists on the company's roll?
We have a pool of two architects on roll, and we have a tie-up with two more architects who are on a very senior people on a retainer basis. As far as the IT specialist, we have two IT specialists on the company roll.
Okay. Next question. Palm from our Roberts. How does your projects work? It is a tender-based contracts or requirement-based contracts for your architecture works.
Uh, your how does your project work? So as far as the government business is concerned, it is definitely all tender based, and that is what we prefer. We don't like taking any government works on a nomination basis. And our industrial wastewater business and the business related to geotechnical is on requirement based.
Next question. Again from Palm Farmer Roberts. Also, what is the average size of these projects and execution periods in this vertical?
Our average size of the project is, I would say, around 10 crores, and execution period would be on average around 6 months.
Next question. Anandi Mittal, with IPO funding coming for working capital requirements, how much we can scale our business or project strength in coming years?
Anandiji, we expect to see a growth CAGR of almost 50 to 75% in our businesses, and which in our opinion is a significant growth to handle to start with.
Okay, next question. Cogent Invest, want to understand vertical wise revenue breakup and profitability in all the verticals.
So The sustainable theme park business did almost around 39 crore business last year. The wastewater business did around 9 crores, and your civil engineering business did around 19 crores, and the mix is around 60 is in towards the sustainable theme park, and 40% is between the geotechnical and the wastewater business. Profitability is highest in the sustainable theme park, and then will be in the other businesses.
Okay. Next question. Yogesh Zambre. Which states in India are mostly focused on? How much geographical diverse field it is?
If you remember seeing one India map slide which we had, which showed that we are largely present in most parts of India, except much in Northeast and let's say Jammu Kashmir, to start with. But, having said that, it varies from our segment to segment. Our sustainable theme park business is significantly right now in northern region. We are now expanding into western region, and then we will move to south, and then we will move into the eastern region. Our wastewater extraction business is largely present in the Gujarat region, because that's where the chemical fertilizer industries are dominantly present, and geotechnical business is across India, because it has been there for a long period of time. So they have projects and customers almost all states of India.
Next question. Sunil M. How much it is cost difference from regular theme park to normal theme park?
Sunilji, there is a significant cost difference in a ratio of, I think, a normal theme park would cost around 20 times more compared to our theme parks. And that is where our parks become more affordable. And that's why we feel that we are reaching out to a very large audience, by making them affordable. Our parks have an entry ticket of around 100 rupees. If you go to a normal theme park, your ticket would be in the range of around 1,000 rupees minimum to 2.5, 3,000 rupees. Internationally, they would be around 8 to 15,000 rupees. And because of what we do, how we have kept the cost low, both in terms of the capex and opex, and which makes the difference very significant.
Okay. Next question. Anandi Mittal. When you think we will be generating cash at operational levels?
Um, I believe, once we have, several theme parks start operating, by us, like we started in Lucknow, it should happen. And I expect that we should be reaching that level within this year itself, by the second half of this year.
Next question. Small Business Forum. Sir, you said doubling workforce. This will be in which line of business?
To start with, it will be in the sustainable theme park business,
Okay.
and then in the field of geotechnical, and then in the chemical extraction business.
Okay. Next question. Rahul Jain. Thank you, management.
Thank you, Rahulji.
I think we have covered majority of the questions. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Sunil sir. Thank you, Sangamitra ma'am. Thank you, Pankaj sir. All the best
Welcome.
for your IPO. Thank you.
Thank
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Vaishnavi. Thank you, Pankajji. Thanks. Are we good to leave now?